viewership yet? Oh no, we're still solid 4.
Oh, we had the we had the microphone muted. We haven't caught any audio the whole time.
Just video?
Yeah. We're going to have to start over.
Do I have to start over? Things were going so well.
Technical difficulties.
Oh no. Worst show ever.
Well, for those of you that have tuned in, the first 5 minutes was the best part of the show.
And it is now gone. Forever. Forever.
Oh
man, that is terribly disappointing. Well, we're going to go straight into
Pizza
times. Because we want to do it. And I hope that you want to see it.
Right.
Hey, look, Ben has made an appearance.
Ben has made an appearance. I appreciate it.
How
Welcome,
about
Ben.
that?
Welcome, Ben.
You missed last week. It was 6. You could have made 7, Ben.
Also, we are a sports network that prides ourselves in delivering the facts.
Oh, jeez.
I
had no part of this.
I have a retractment, an apology, a heartfelt apology. Apparently, the information we were getting last weekend was that Jeff is not racist.
Okay. You got the not part of that.
My personal opinion aside. So Jeff, heartfelt apology. You're not racist. You just happen to have a couple white people in your team. I
more than everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't let it happen again. And that's all I can say. It's a black mark on the Bloib Sports Network.
Yeah, our main anchor.
But
it was amusing.
But it doesn't take away from the fact that Ben still supports terrible, awful people.
That's true. That's two separate facts.
One real, the other one
not. Fake. But you know, what can you do? He's trying. He already said he's selling his soul for the championship.
It's true.
So
it's true.
Okay, I think we do need to pay more attention. I mean, I think we did a decent job last week we didn't ever have a message board before.
Right.
So we didn't really know what to do with it.
We were getting flooded with it,
yeah.
But I think we handled it fine. So at least we had audio from the get-go.
That's true. Week. You just missed the rousing electric rendition of the theme song.
Perfectly done.
Perfectly done. There was absolutely no flaws. It's too bad. Maybe next week we'll get that on there.
We'll see if we get our kinks worked out.
And also dudette wipes now instead of just dude wipes.
Yes.
Includes everybody. You know, just like we are accidentally calling people out for things, we want to make sure that we move towards a more accepting environment, less criticism.
Right.
Even though I'm pretty sure that's why the show started to begin with, was criticism.
That's exactly why the show started.
But we want to be nice to everybody, kind of, but not really. And include you, since you are coming to watch.
All 5 of you.
Yeah, feel free to get on the board here, and we'll try to make sure we're paying attention. Anyways, pizza time. This thing is cold as hell
now. Pizza time. Oh boy.
We got JJ's this week, and the
gold standard.
The gold standard, nice cheese pizza. I tell you, they got some spice on these things because I was driving over here with this, and
I tell you what, I don't like judging a book by its cover, but I'm not afraid to judge pizza by its cover. It looks like, let's get a look at this. It looks like one of those like Schwann's frozen pizzas that you just pop in the oven.
Oh, man, you're brutal. You're brutal. That's what I almost feel like. I feel like last week. So we started out with Uncle Jack's, and I didn't expect much, and we didn't score it well, but I still enjoyed that pizza, and I would go back and eat it again.
I would too.
So, the show's a safe space. Thank you, Ben.
It's
a safe space in the room. Unfortunately, it's out there on the World Wide Web. So.
For everybody to see. One bite, everybody knows rules.
Got flavor. Now, it is cold.
It's
so,
cold.
That, of course, affects the rating. I think it tastes better than it looks.
Everybody knows rules. It tastes a lot better than it looks.
The sauce is good.
Mm-hmm.
The crust was probably crisp 30 minutes ago.
The cheese is like thicker than I expected. To be honest with you, it reminds me of like stadium pizza.
Well, good. Pizza Stadium Pizza in a fantasy football review.
Right.
Fits. So, definitely football pizza.
Definitely.
I would say it is definitely delivery pizza.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from that. It is on the higher end of delivery pizza.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it was warm, I think it would be a lot better. I'm going to go...
But I'm not upset.
Yeah, unfortunately, so we've started our standard already. Our standard was Uncle Jack's thin crust, and I think I did 6.2 and you did 5.5 maybe. And that feels super low.
I did 5.8 and 6.3.
This isn't. This is probably in between the two. I think I like this better than the thin crust Uncle Jack's.
Mm.
And I'm gonna. So I was only a 3-point range there. So I'm going 6.4, 6.3, 6.3. Count it.
I don't know. I think I enjoy this more than both of the Uncle Jack's pizzas.
Okay.
But not by much. 6.4.
Okay. How about that?
I think we're right there.
We both agree on this one then.
It's not too bad.
No, it's enjoyable. Once again, low ratings. Pretty good pizza. Until we have something spectacular and something terrible, we really don't know what 5.5 to 6.5 means. So we're being extremely safe with these ratings, but we're going with it.
But the key is that we've tricked 6 people into tuning in to watch us eat a piece of pizza.
Second time.
First 2 weeks in a row.
But yeah, so that's pizza time. And now we are fueled and ready to provide commentary.
Oh, I gotta use the bathroom. All right, let's get this thing
You need to
going.
compare it to a fantasy football player this week. I heard you do that as I walked away.
I did.
Why don't we keep that up? I'll go ahead and see if Mary wants some of this.
I hope she doesn't. Mary, if you're listening, I hope you don't want any of this. It's awful. I'll give it a 2.0. You'll hate it. And just leave it on the counter. I'll dispose of it later. Oh my God. Anyway. I mean, that's a very Matt Stafford pizza. I mean...
She has to provide a rating by the end of the show.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
What's going to end up happening? She's going to eat both of those pieces.
And you're not going to eat anymore. Sorry, but that happened last week, too.
Well, that's alright. That's alright.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road.
So, no Austin this week, huh?
Yeah, I guess Austin's too cool for us.
Yep. But we still have a rogue. No, we're up to 6.
We are up to 6.
We're back to max viewership.
Right?
So let's make sure we provide them some good stuff here. Luckily, they didn't hear my spiel about how good the show was going to be because the volume was off. So
we started off very rough.
Nothing
very rough
to live up to. Speaking of very rough, we're on Boyd's Blands versus the Armchair Quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The team that has been criticized this week and now vindicated.
Oh boy! What?
Let's look at their team. All right.
Jeff.
I can't. Tyler Boyd. There we go.
Yeah.
Yep. Rostering him. He's good to go. I believe in you, Jeff.
Jeff didn't beat me. I beat myself. I lost this game.
Yeah.
168 points.
That's not good.
And kudos. So I was going to give kudos to Cody for his post.
See, I missed some stuff. I saw, I went to go watch the prediction show today, and I saw that there was, 14 new things that occurred on that website since I checked on Sunday.
Right. So, yeah, W is a W. I was gonna give him props, Cody, for the video, because Jordan and I talked about some teams being bad, and I really ragged on Jimmy bringing the chowder, or not bringing the chowder. That's Scott. My Dixie wrecked, and I predicted that he would score the lowest score this week, and that he would be around 170, 160.
Okay, and he was.
And Jordan and I came up with this, kind of with the 400 club.
Okay.
We should have a 100 club.
Okay.
But we came to a baseline of 175. Anybody below 175?
No.
So yeah, the curb video was amazing, Jeff. So what he did is he took that clip from the video and played it of me making that comment, and then it immediately cutting to my score and the camera zooming in on my score with some I can't remember if it was Yakety Sax or something along those lines that was playing in the background. So my hat's off to Cody, but at the same time, I found out today that he's not the one that actually did the video.
Okay.
He came up with the idea and gave it to a mutual friend of ours. And so, no, you did not create this. I create all of the original content. I do all my own editing.
He's got ideas.
I have my own ideas.
Yeah. He's got ideas. He doesn't have the skills to execute them.
Yeah. So it's no longer a front runner for Trash Talk of the Year because he had to outsource it.
Okay, but that almost takes more effort. Like knowing how to do it, he would have just been able to do it. But we're not even do you yet, Ben. Jeez, you watch one video and you try to take over the show.
Wait your turn, Ben.
We gotta talk about Justin's team for about 15 minutes. We'll talk about my team for about 15 minutes, and then we'll get to you.
Yeah, for first-time viewers, that's how it runs. My team 15 minutes, Zum's team 15 minutes, and then roughly 10 minutes for the rest of the league.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And then 0 minutes for Cody.
Right.
This is very structured, Ben. I don't know if you've been participating.
It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, mine too, man.
Yeah, mine too.
But it's... we will get to it quickly, don't worry. I don't believe you're correct, though. I'll just go ahead and put that out there. I'm pretty sure you're on the downward spiral.
Speaking of downward spiral, my team sucks.
It's god awful. You had so much hope just a couple weeks ago.
I made the mistake of saying earlier this season that because of the end of last year and the first couple weeks of this season that I really missed the Blake Bortles as garbage memes.
Yeah.
And, I start him and he gets benched.
Yeah.
And he is garbage. He is awful.
They don't even have him posting any passing yards.
No. I mean, he was 6 completions, 61 yards, 30 rushing yards, and lost 2 fumbles.
But yeah, he did throw for 450 against somebody. The Chiefs?
Something like that,
the Chiefs. Everyone throws for 450 yards against the Chiefs.
Anyway.
Start your quarterback if they play the Chiefs. You heard it here first.
Naeem Hines, up for trade. He's available.
I'm pretty sure Austin wants him.
Yeah, Austin. He is available. The only decent player on my team is the handcuff that I drafted for the best player on my team.
Yep. And now he might be questionable starting this week.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's not looking good. I play armchair quarterbacks this week. I'm not scared of that team. Of course, he had someone on bye, or else he wouldn't be playing Kyle Juszczyk.
I don't think... Cup's hurt.
Yeah. You know, actually, speaking of that, is that the first time anyone's ever started a fullback?
It might be. But that's kind of what led to accusations that he was racist.
Oh, because that is an odd...
Because he's starting that guy.
Now, I mean, he did get 7 receptions a couple weeks ago, and I saw that he was a top waiver wire ad, and I saw someone added him, but then dropped him, and I was like, yeah, that was the right call.
Right.
And then, I guess, whenever you don't have anyone on your bench to play, you pick up Kyle Juszczyk.
Speaking of which, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I do not leave points on my bench. Look at that bench.
I was worried about where you were going with that because we need to get past this game so we can avoid any future regrettable statements.
Right. So Juszczyk's bio said, "Don't put him on your fantasy team."
Very good. I'm glad that you follow instructions, Jeff.
Makes sense.
Perfectly.
All right, let's move on to your game. I'm done with my team right now.
Yeah. So
Oh wait. I will say, the final piece is now on Dylan's team. Trade's been made.
Yeah, you tried to trade me the final piece. I was not ready for him.
I guarantee there's at least 5 more people that got a trade offer involving Michael Crabtree. It's like, how can I get out of this contract?
What was it, 1 more year after this?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he's not the worst player on your team. Well, not on your team
he's
anymore.
He's not on my team anymore, yeah.
Speaking of teams...
Look at that.
Look at this team. Look at what I did. This is the poorest management of a fantasy football team that's ever occurred. Talking about leaving points on the bench. The points on my bench beat your team.
My team may not be good, but at least I'm a good manager.
That might be true. But the thing is, I actually called Jordan to concede this game after the 1 o'clock games because I had posted 3 zeros, and not that much other than that. And then Patrick Mahomes happened.
Mahomes is ridiculous.
And Jordan actually said that to me on the phone. I said, it's not over yet, bud. You just wait for what Patrick Mahomes is going to do. And I said, yeah, but he's not going to throw 100 spot on you.
Right.
Then he throws 77, and it happens to be just enough.
It's ridiculous.
I've never, in my entire life, I was watching the Falcons game, as I do, and he had his final player.
Yeah.
We have a visitor.
A visitor?
The first ever
guest
appearance.
Well, how about that?
What's up?
You're always the first. You're the first to
And
call
Jimmy,
in.
I'm glad I get to wear
Oh,
my
God.
Kuechly.
This is fantastic. Grab
Is that
a chair.
100% unexpected? I did not know.
No, I had no clue. The first pop in. The first pop in.
Take center stage there. You missed a rousing guitar intro.
Oh, I missed it. Oh,
But everyone else did too.
Yeah.
Didn't turn on the volume.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, and come back and check us out.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show. I was wondering because you are very active in the community. Whenever I
great.
saw
Yeah,
6
you weren't-
viewers,
yeah,
I
we
was
weren't-
wondering why you weren't saying anything.
Jeff told me there was a crowd. He called me on my way over here.
So, were you
This
one
is
of the
crazy.
6? Did you have?
I was not one of the 6. No,
Interesting.
I was playing
Oh,
Fortnite,
my.
and Jeff called me and said, "Are you there?" And I was like, "No."
Fortnite.
Played
Gotta
Fortnite
build
for
my
5
force and shoot
hours
people.
last night.
All right,
so where are we at?
Welcome to the show. We're
Where are we
talking
at?
about my team as we
Oh,
go.
of course.
So you're
A half
here for the
hour in,
first
so
game.
we're
Yeah,
already in the
you're
second
right.
game.
But I will say, so as I was telling him, Jordan, I actually called Jordan at 1 o'clock, conceded this game to him. And because I have these zeros and this terrible management of this team, and
It's
yet
pretty awful.
my team comes around and still picks it up. Patrick Mahomes, he says, I'm going to put this team on my back, though. And he just does it. I mean, and he could have done more, and this is what I'm worried about. They're going to start benching him in the second half.
Right.
He's got some games upcoming. They're playing some crap teams.
But he's still going to put up 50.
Yeah, probably.
It's
Yeah.
more than what my
Yeah,
quarterback's
that's
been
probably
putting
true.
up.
But so
Your quarterback's getting benched.
I looked at this and I said, if these guys are going to put forth this effort to win me games, and I'm not believing in them, I got to do something to show them that I do believe in them. So I went
Is
out.
that what
and
the
I
trade
acquired.
was
Yeah, I
about?
acquired Mike Evans because I knew he was out there. Just notice, all you guys are beatable, and I'm coming for you.
That's bold words.
There you go. Including Chris, who then went and picked up another receiver.
Shit. Ben is saying, Austin, let's pull off a trade live right now.
He wants me to take that Dalvin Cook bait, but it's not happening.
No.
Not with Marlon Mack producing the way he is, right, Justin?
Man, that is what a week for you to show up.
Oh, I know. I had to.
Get ragged on and never see. That's the beauty of our segment here is that we can rag on you as much as we have to. You really can't do much about it past stuff that we could ignore.
Yeah.
Say, I mean, it is my live stream. I could just end it any second.
That's true. That's true. And I'm good with this game. I don't even know who I was playing. Who was I playing?
You're playing Jordan.
Oh, I was playing Jordan, and
Yeah.
I was really excited, to win.
Jordan's been on a roll. I mean,
Yeah, it was one.
that was a good matchup.
There was a 1-point gap going into the final play of that game, and he had defensive back for the Falcons, and I was watching this thing, and he missed a pass deflection by about a quarter inch, and that would have won the game for him at the time. Now stat corrections came around and still went in my favor.
Put you up. Yeah.
This stuff like this makes me feel like I'm living right, but I know I'm not. So Hey,
Yep.
but so 5-2. I never thought I was going to be here. I guess.
Yeah,
it just
I
goes
never
to
thought
show.
you were going to be here either.
Yep.
I think we can put the rest. Just trying to help the weak teams in my division get competitive. Shots fired.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the thing is, the problem is we can't really argue with him. He came in and just destroyed us, and
true.
so far he's still leading our division. And
took the division by storm.
yeah, but it's coming to an end.
I think we can put the rest.
Dylan's
Whether or not whether or not I'm going to outscore you this year.
Yeah, no,
I think that's come and gone.
Our division would be great if it wasn't like if we got someone on another team besides Dylan's team. Like everybody.
I still believe in Dylan's team. I think that it's a great spot for him to be.
I tell you what, Jordan believes in him. Jordan picks Dylan's team to win every week.
Did he finally pulled it off? Did he?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
Okay.
it's like you can bet on the Browns every week. They're eventually going to win one.
2 years later.
Yeah, maybe
2
take
years.
2
2 years.
No, that's good. The so we've got Big Whoop Street
Big,
Cash
yeah,
Money.
okay, Ben. Here we go. We can
what a matchup.
Battle of the Titans.
Right.
Who won that division to name it Banner Lords? Was it Jeff?
I don't know. No.
Mizak?
Yeah.
That seems like a Tim Mizak name.
Yeah, that is a Tim Mizak name.
Yep, old Banner Lords.
So Big Whoop had, Ben talking about turning it around. I know you had a lot of people on bye this week.
Yeah, it was a down week.
But, I mean, with Kamara not putting up 40-plus points every week, I just don't see you being there. But then again, who's he playing this week? Oh, T-Flex.
Oh, T-Flex is on a winning streak, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Your bounce back might occur for one game, though. I'll put that out there.
But let us not forget that Tim Mizak has been crushing his projections.
It's true.
Because he was projected like 190 against me and scored 250.
Yeah.
And 190 would have beat you.
Yeah, you did miss that segment. We've already talked about how bad his score is and how he deserves to be in whatever the Hall of Shame you named is.
Yeah, no,
it's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
The 175.
Cody does get the trash talk of the year.
No,
award,
no,
right?
you missed that too. You missed that too.
See, you gotta put down Fortnite about 5 minutes earlier, and you'd be fine.
Right. I found out today that while Cody came up with the idea in quote unquote the script, he's not the one that made the video.
Okay.
He outsourced the video, disqualifying him for trash talk of the year.
That's fair.
Yeah. It was still good. Just not.
I do kind of want you to trade for Dalvin Cook right now.
I kind of do too.
Well, Chris Miller. I saw Chris Miller at Roy Rogers earlier, and he sent me a trade one for one Zeke for David Johnson.
That's an Angie trade all over again.
Chris knows how to always set up trades in his favor. That's all I can tell you.
Still on the table.
Yep.
You know what, Ben? I might make you a trade.
Todd Gurley, 40 points.
Yeah,
I'll give you a TJ Yeldon.
So that's what.
And a number 2.
Basically, so I traded for Mike Evans. 2 days later, I wake up and I find out that Chris has traded for Josh Gordon, and I feel like there's just like an arms race that has started in the fantasy football league. And it's my fault, and I hate making trades.
the arms race.
Because I do look at his team, and you said last week there's no weaknesses, or 2 weeks ago, or I don't know. We've known this shit for a long time,
right?
But there are weaknesses. I mean, you look right there, Justin Tucker. I'm just kidding. Royce Freeman is a weakness on that team. You know, that's his. That's my draft pick from the first round.
It's true
that he used, and it seemed like a good one at the time. That one's not good. In fact, if we go back to his draft, I think the only solid pick that he had was Travis Kelce.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Yeah, look at that bench. I think there is potential that the best team in our league wins the worst draft next year. Whenever we get here,
it is not a great draft.
And
that's the thing is the majority of his bench are players that he picked up off waivers.
Yeah, my draft was absolute crap, but I think that it ends up being better than that draft. So. I'm putting that. You heard it here first. Chris Miller, worst draft, 2017.
That's a bold move, Ben. Cotton.
We're pulling up Dalvin Cook right now, so we can see if we can pull this trade off for you.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
No.
I just no. There's no way.
Well, that's right. You have to save a keeper for Luke Kuechly now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So,
with
Luke Kuechly.
With that contract, there's just no way you pull the trigger on that.
Oh,
trade.
Justin Houston is on the trade block.
No, yeah, of course he is.
Can you go 1-to-1? Justin Houston, Dalvin Cook. Pull it off
right now. Click the button now.
Smash that button.
Yeah.
Okay, so bringing the Trouter sucks also.
Yeah.
Like, I may have scored 168, but my quarterback was benched.
Yeah, and
you put in a quarterback that actually
Did we not expect Blake Bortles to get benched at some point in the season?
After the last 3 years, you figured he would have been benched by now, right?
What was the contract that they handed him after
making the playoffs last year?
It's pretty good, I'm pretty sure, for him, not for the team.
Hey, you've got historically one of the greatest defenses of all time, and you led your team to the playoffs because of it. Here's a contract.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
Yeah. He was a game manager sometimes. Now he just turns the ball over again like he would.
Now he just manages that bench.
Yep.
He has no wide receiver help either.
No.
It's not.
They're all...
And his running backs are...
Hurt?
Yes.
Well, now he's got Carlos Hyde. You know, you were talking about...
I should suit up for the Jaguars.
If Hyde jumps Yeldon
Yeah.
in the overall depth chart, that'll be the first person he jumped this year. Put one on.
Now on it. If you recall, if you go back to week 2,
I'm sorry, there's a half.
It was a quarter.
No, I'm sorry.
He jumped over a quarter of a person.
I'm losing track of my facts here.
How about that Bilal Powell injury?
To the IR.
Did I get Ivory last night?
Devastating.
I think this is bounce back for Blue. You've heard it here first. Still making the playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
You are not making the playoffs. Have you looked at your division?
Oh my god. Yeah, they're so good.
You have to play them all before
Again,
the end of the year.
I know. And
that's 3 losses.
And I gotta play somebody else. Who's my rival? I think my rival's good too.
Did you pick up another?
I got Jordan, so you got Slemmer.
Well, my quarterback's Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Bortles was in there because Wilson was on bye.
Man, that's perfect.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Who scored more points, Blake Bortles or Marlon Mack?
First of all,
crazy what happens when he plays a whole game.
First of all, Hines is still has more points
overall. Yes, I know. I've been tracking it closely.
So I will not concede defeat until
next week, because the gap is within like 15 now.
I hear hamstring injuries are nagging.
Yeah.
So
no. He had limited practice today with an ankle injury.
Oh, okay.
It was not the hamstring problem.
So let's take a close look at the fact that Bringing the Chowder scored 179 points. 39 of the 179 points were from Mike Evans, who he no longer has.
29.
Oh yeah, 29. Either way.
He's a proud Pirate now.
The rich keep getting richer in this league.
Well,
it's
but
ridiculous.
I lost my first round draft pick, and I tried desperately not to. I sent several trade offers that were not a first round pick.
Did you give him Jalen Richards, or did you?
I picked him up.
You picked him. Okay.
Yeah. But the thing is, the 2 people I gave him, and he knows this. So I mean, I went ahead. I'm a nice enough person. I didn't just saddle him with 2 contracts that are terrible. I dumped my contracts.
They're awful.
And I sent a message. I said, I'll give you the pick, but you got to take these things from me. And he said, okay.
Can we also look at the fact that Josh Gordon was the 2nd highest scoring player last week, and he's also been traded?
Yeah, he's prepping for the future. But I think
he's been prepping.
But if you prep for the future, you need to retain something.
Yeah. That's the mistake I made.
That is. And somehow you still though you came out and you had a good single season. You ended up with no keepers somehow, other than the first round pick.
I had no keepers,
which is just the way things go. That is the perfect example of what is available in our draft. What was it? 5 first round, 3 first round picks.
It was like
but all of your picks through the first 5 rounds done, and yet out of all of that, taking shots on a bunch of random people, you got one person you were solid enough that I'm going to keep this guy for 3 years. It's just. The state of our draft is just crazy, but
huge shout out to Dylan, by the way, for getting his first win.
Yeah. Good job, man.
So
Making our division better.
I called that week 2. I think.
Yeah.
I said that he will not lose every single game. That's solid reporting.
He's not even in last place either in the league. There's somebody worse than him.
Yeah.
It's official.
Justin.
Yeah. No.
Just kidding.
I've got 3 wins. I've got 3 wins.
Justin, who's higher ranked?
I'm in 11th place.
Who's in 10th?
I don't know. I don't commit the standings to memory because they change so quickly.
Oh, man.
But anyway, I think it's safe to say that Bring the Chowder at that 14th is a candidate to drop.
Yeah, it's generous. 14th is generous.
But the thing is, I think that he is willing to do it. He's gladly willing to do it, as shown by the 2 trades that went this week.
I just wish he had somebody else left on his team worth trading for.
But he doesn't.
You missed the boat.
I did. Well, I didn't really have anything to trade him. I wasn't going to give up the picks that you guys gave.
First round pick, Rashad Jones, right there. Got it.
Theo Riddick.
Melvin Gordon.
For Dalvin Cook, make it happen.
All right, I'm done with this.
Yep, good job, Dylan. And look at all the zeros that he put up and still had 242. So there is some potential there.
Dylan's not going to make the playoffs, but
is
he
Cody
could
there?
keep,
Yeah,
he
Cody
could keep
is there.
some people from making the playoffs.
So we made a mistake last week, and we talked about Cody's team. Does that mean that the seal is broken, and we now talk about Cody's team? Is that out there?
I think we could talk about it.
Okay, good deal. I hate it. I hate that team with a passion. What is good about it, though, is like we talked up Chris in every single video that we've ever done. And he is absolutely crushing him in points.
Yeah.
By 100. But that is still crazy. You look at this team, you look at Chris's team, you're like, oh, look at those superstars on Chris's team. These guys look like scrubs. But no, they're putting up more points. I think that's crazy. And,
it's ridiculous.
Didn't you draft Darius Leonard?
I did.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah, you gave me a fist bump for it, in fact. Yeah. And then I dropped him because he had a hamstring issue in the first week. I don't know if I've talked about that either. This diamond rating is very questionable. I have made some serious mistakes this year, which have resulted in Darius Leonard being on this team. And let's see, Corey Littleton is another one that I went ahead and dropped, and he's scoring like 38, I think, this week. But, the thing is, you make a mistake, you learn from it, you go and you make more mistakes.
Yeah, then you make a trade.
Absolutely.
That's what happens when you have the most moves in the league.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you make 60 moves in week 7, you're going to regret a couple of those moves.
Well, and what's really funny is Jordan and I, we were looking at the standings, and Jordan's like, oh my God, look at Bringing the Chowder. He's got like 48 moves. Holy shit. And then he worked his way down and he goes, oh my God, Zub's got 70 moves.
At first, it was just I didn't know what I was going to be working for this year. First, it was going to be a number 1 pick.
Right.
Then I just realized I can probably make the most moves in this league. I set the record last year at 70-ish, so I'm going to blow that out of the water. Yeah. So now I don't. Now I'm trying to compete, so I don't know what's next after this. We'll see. I've got a hard road ahead.
First round exit in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to get there, but I'm going to try. Dan.
I hope you do, because I want the bracket for the number 1 overall pick to be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the best part, so you should want me not to, because I'll go ahead and drop in. I'll get first pick, and it will be Bringing the Chowder.
Oh my God! No,
man.
I definitely don't want that to happen.
That would be the worst. But, so who are these people we're talking about? Ultralight team. Hey, we talked about your team, Cody. You can leave now.
Good night, Cody.
And Jimmy's team is garbage, but unfortunately, it's less garbage than your team.
Jimmy, thank you for giving me a player that scores 37 points.
Oh, yes, the
trade,
but you do have a second-round pick.
Yeah, you get a second-round pick.
And that's where the trade tracker needs to... the trade tracker will continue into next season, and we will see who he drafts with that second-round pick, and we'll see how he does.
Luke Kuechly's still going to put up double-digit tackles every week. So
until he gets a concussion.
You can keep
week
the
3.
tracker up.
No, I will. I will. I've already stopped. But I will whenever the next year comes around, because the trade tracker was boring as hell. That's all I can tell you.
I'll tell you, Ben, I really wish that Cody was trading McCaffrey instead of you trading Dalvin Cook, because I'd much rather have somebody other than Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, is he going to play this year? Is that why he wants to get rid of him?
Oh, it's hard to say.
Okay.
DJ Swearinger.
That was a good pickup. He was on the waiver wire.
How many points? 33?
17.
Okay, that's not bad.
Anyway, not much to talk about with this game. My Dixie Wrecked sucks.
That's the beatdown.
It is the beatdown.
Go to the board.
Oh, snap.
I love the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Boom.
We usually forget that now. I've already forgotten this. Who the hell? Oh, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
Okay. Do you have a pickup of the week?
I've forgotten that one for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't been doing it.
My pit's for Danny Amendola getting 26.
Okay.
But he got injured almost immediately, didn't? Or is he's still playing?
He's back to health.
I drafted Amendola.
So I believe it's time for the pickup of the week.
Okay. Are you
I've got one.
Okay, good.
Is Bloib Sports Network picking up a third anchor in Austin?
I'm like the Tony Saragusa.
Tony Saragusa. Well, you see the vacuum all the way in the back. You gotta just stand there, like you're by the goalpost. Like just the teams are lined up at the 40-yard line, and you can just see Tony Saragusa in the background, just roaming the end zone like a giant whale.
I mean, it's better than the Boogermobile.
Yeah, we could this is a great place for the Boogermobile, right over here. We'll just have you walk back and forth across the window in front of the fish.
So funny.
Yep.
So funny.
He talked about shitting his pants this week. No, pissing his pants. Yeah, that's what he went on about it, and Witten was like, "That's cool, man. Let's move on." It's like, no, I'm serious. These wide receivers are prima donnas. Got Beckham Jr. going to the bathroom in the stand. I just stood on the sidelines and I went in my pants. That's how we did it. Oh, he was so happy about it. It is disgusting. They wear white pants. It's no good. Oh, there we go. We finally get to talk about.
Oh shit! Mary throwing out the rating, a 4.0.
Oh man.
Mary not a big fan of JJ's Pizza.
Oh man, that's a rookie score though.
That is a rookie score.
It's a rookie score.
Just because you put a 0.0 doesn't make it a pro score.
Oh man. You should know better than that, Mary. You hear him listening to that.
I know. Come on, Mary.
Day. That's all right though. I'm all right with a 4.0. I mean, it is. I would eat it again.
I'd eat it again.
That's all I can say.
It was lucky to get that high.
Did you see they shut down Goodfellas in Kentucky because he gave it a 0.0?
Oh my god, no, I didn't.
Yeah, Goodfellas put out a statement on Instagram saying they were shutting down their pizza joint to go over some things and work on their quality and get back. Barstool made T-shirts with the double O in Goodfellas and has the 0.0 score with the Barstool seal. It's good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Man. It's great that one guy.
I wish Pat McAfee was still there.
Can ruin someone that badly with 1 minute.
I love it.
Yep. So here we go. Mac Attack. We'll go ahead and you're here, nice. So
look at it. 51 big ones.
Points. Is that was probably RB1 for the week.
That's RB1 with Ezekiel Elliott pulling his weight at a 10. Come on now.
Mac's not going to play Buffalo every week.
That's true.
Buffalo had the second rushing defense coming into this game. I don't know if you know that or not.
Okay. No. Here. I'll give you a little insight. Let's
go into the mind of Justin Ramsey.
Right. You have.
I love how that one clip is hung on.
Oh, I love it so much. And as he says it, Darren's in the background.
Yeah.
You have to look beyond the stats on paper. You have to read between the lines.
So watch the game and see how he's making these cuts and read the holes.
No.
Okay.
Buffalo, good defensive, running scores, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The only reason that's true is because their passing defense is so shitty. Nobody runs the ball on them because they just throw the ball all day. They have a terrible rush defense as well.
Andrew Luck did both.
There's just nobody runs against them. Oh, yeah, they're terrible.
37 points.
So as we move forward and other teams decide to run the ball on them, they have real running backs. You'll see these numbers that Mac put like a real running back.
So he's not.
Ezekiel Elliott would have put up 90 against.
So he's Buffalo. Not going to put up plus 30 against Oakland this week.
No.
Is that
no?
Okay.
That's
under projection. Marlon Mack is my shit this week. You heard it here first. 4 days in advance.
Click on his little notepad. I want to see what he did against the Redskins.
So moving on to the next game. I control this ship, Austin.
I love how your bold predictions has moved on to just everything now. You started this segment of predicting things, and now you predict everything.
Everything.
And it is always 100% fact.
Correct.
He only had 8 against Washington, so two worse than Ezekiel.
You heard it here first. For the second time, Jeff Lee still racist. You missed the apology. We had a retraction. Apparently, Jeff's not racist.
When was he called racist the first time?
No, did you not watch last week's video?
Oh, I see what brought that up. We got the comment from McCaffrey, and he needs an extra white running back.
That's great. That's funny. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
They're just tough, gritty players.
They're good route runners.
That Kerryon Johnson pick was a slow roll here. I mean, he had to break through 2 other running backs to get a solid roll. He's had 1 good week. So, hold your horses, Cody.
He put up 8 points against Washington.
I know, only 2 less than Zeke.
And then he was out for 3 weeks.
Well.
Yeah, because he wasn't fully healthy.
Okay. That's what. So I mean, the thing is, you have him for 4 years now, so you have plenty of time to wait out that health, even if this doesn't continue at 51 points. You are right. Buffalo has not been that great to running backs, so
let me ask you
something.
Has Jeff sent you a trade offer for Amendola yet?
No, not yet. I just picked him up last week, so I expect it in the next 2 weeks.
I must ask, Jeff. Did you watch my video with Jordan? And what was your thoughts of being called racist?
That is terrible. What do you think he's going to come up with?
It's not like this is public and out there on YouTube for anybody to watch.
Yeah, which is funny because I didn't realize I did. It's like I should have realized you're on YouTube. I should have known this. I didn't realize it was easily searchable, or else I probably would have never signed on to do it. But Emily ended up finding it outside of me ever showing her how to get there the other day and watching one. So.
I'm not going to lie, I don't watch the prediction videos because I know you guys are going to say that I'm going to lose anyway, so I just don't watch.
Oh, you got an apology today and you didn't even know why.
He did. Yeah, he didn't even know.
Don't worry about that video.
Yeah.
Once again, I was not a part of it. So.
Ignore that apology. You know what's really funny though? Is like the only edits that I made to that video is where I continuously called him racist for literally the entire thing. So I cut it out. Like it was pretty bad.
It was like the meltdown we had with the convict team the first time. you got stuck on one thought and you just couldn't get past it.
Kept going. Yeah, we already covered this game. Sorry, Austin. We're done with your team.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah. No, you did good. That's solid addition to the the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse division.
I will say...
Quack like a
I'm
duck.
sorry, we didn't acknowledge that I was in 10th
like
place also, and you're in 11th
Sorry, we've already moved on.
So, that is one thing we actually never look at the standings in this.
We really don't. I will tell you that
had you got 1 point over Kareem Hunt, so you could be RB1 this week.
Had you told me 4 weeks ago that Slimmer would only score 230 points or that Tim Isaac would beat him, I would have called you racist.
That makes no sense at all.
No. I would have called you crazy.
Yeah, I would, and you would have been crazy. And this is there's certain things in
upset of
this
the year so
football
far.
season that make me happy.
Right.
One of them is watching the Patriots lose.
Slimmer's not going to make the playoffs.
One of them is seeing Slimmer at 3-4. That is great. That is, and the thing, we rated him high, and he should be rated high.
I don't know if Slimmer's ever had a losing season.
That would be the best.
Man, that's...
I do play him next week, so
don't let us down.
I'm trying not to. I'm ready for him. That's what he's
we
part of the reason. He's part of the reason I went and picked up somebody because I didn't think the team I had could beat him. Now I think the team can beat him.
Actually, I think it can.
I reject my statement.
Because you need you need to jump me so you can get into the playoffs. But the thing is, right now I have.
Well, no, we could put 3 teams in. We've done it before.
That's true.
We've done it before.
3-4. That's last year. It was 3 teams out of your division, wasn't it?
It probably is going to be 3 teams out of my division again.
Yeah, Mary's got a chance.
Well, Mary's probably going to finish second in our division.
Wow, Cody says Slimmer is predicted to beat Chris next week.
Oh, okay.
Slimmer is Chris. Or are you talking about Chris Miller? I don't even know.
Chris is projected to lose this week. Is he playing Slimmer?
Is
that what you're telling us, Cody?
What's going on? Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
Wow, by 30.
Holy shit.
We're happy to see Slimmer beat Chris.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want Slimmer to win that one.
Here at BSN, though, we don't look at the Yahoo projections.
That's true.
We don't look at the projections. We don't look at the standings. We don't look at anything that is factual.
we just report.
No research. This is the Fox News of fantasy
football. We went back to my game. But we can talk about some more.
Oh, no. I think we're good.
Oh, man.
So Slimmer and T-Rex Flex.
Oh, wait. I do have...
oh, shit.
T-Rex gets to get something here.
Oh, my God. A segment...
Oh, the all-convict team makes the appearance.
I don't have a picture for the convict team.
Yeah, we do need to get that up there.
We can do this.
It looks like he stole something.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and put it up there. So last week was a stellar week for the convict team. We were feeling really good. We lost our spiritual leader in Antonio Brown for the week. You know, he came in. He really boosted us to something. Like 357 points. That was last week. Unfortunately,
took a dump this week?
We took a big old dump. They got so excited they went out and brawled in the yard.
Again.
Yeah, they all got arrested. They didn't show up. One person I actually couldn't find. There you go, DB.
A bye week.
Because I only have 5 total defensive players. Once again, defensive players apparently good people.
Yeah, good people.
Except for
not out on the field.
Exactly. See, we have a viewer right here. He listens to the show.
And we appreciate you. But so we're given the old... I didn't have a highlighter, so I couldn't point it out. T-Flex making his first appearance on the list. And the MVP for the week is a kicker because I remembered to put him on the team. Matt Prater, 18 points. Good for a kicker. Winston carried us.
He really did.
He's on my bench. Send me something ridiculous and I'll give them to you.
Justin Houston.
No, that is ridiculous. It's not going to happen. So I didn't even go to find out. 246 actually probably scored pretty well overall this week.
It beat both of these teams.
It would beat Justin.
I think go to the league. Go to the league go to the league page real quick just so I can see. I think we're going to be in like 5th place. So we're still hanging in there. We're getting Antonio Brown back on the field next week, and hopefully someone like Elliott scoring 10 points will step up a little bit.
He's going to buy.
Oh, that's not going to help. Yeah, so we'll hope for some other... I think Adrian Peterson's on the bye too, isn't he?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough week for the Convicts. We're going to have to recruit some new people. I'm going to have to do some serious research into the arrest records, and this team will look completely differently next week. But yeah. Thank you, Tim, for joining the list. The only person who has not been on this list is that man right there.
Thank you. Because
staying
morally, I cannot... I just can't do it. Fantasy football is not as important.
He did try to trade the final piece for Jameis Winston. I'm going to put that out there. He was trying to taint his name. I didn't allow it.
The final piece.
Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you rejected that trade. And yeah, Jeff is true. It is true. None of your white armchair QB players have ever made the Convict team.
Is that true? I think you're wrong.
He specifically said his white people.
Oh, yeah, it's white people.
Maybe Justin is right about you.
And Cody, Chad Kelly is currently on. He's on the Convicts team in their IR spot. So we'll see. I don't think he's designated to return. but we'll keep monitoring it as we move forward.
How stupid are football players?
Oh my god, what an idiot!
Man, they really do get hit in the head. But that's a good job. Good job on the win there, T-Flex. That made me very happy to see Slimmer lose to you. I'm sure that he is fuming.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I was very upset Mary won this game also. I could have jumped to 9th place if she doesn't win.
Yeah, that.
Mary was extremely upset over this game. Not that she won. That she remembered to put Clement in this week, and he only scored 6 points.
Well, who did she take out for him? Let's make her feel bad about that.
Probably nobody worth it.
Nobody.
Yeah, she didn't have a choice.
That was the right choice, Mary. He just sucked.
Yeah, he sucked.
He was on my team at one point in time. I'm glad he's not there anymore.
That was a bad week.
Who wasn't on your team? You have 70 moves. it's not a unique club.
So at the end of this year, I will put together a list of everyone I dropped and see how well they did.
Oh.
It's going to be ugly.
It'll be ugly. I will say that I would absolutely go nuts if I was Mary. Every single week, her games are like 5 points, 2 points, 3 points.
She could be like 5-2, maybe even 6-1.
She could be like 6-1. She could also be, 1-6.
Yeah. That is crazy. I mean, that doesn't happen very often in this league.
No.
Because it's usually the blowout is what happens.
Right.
Like, this is the score that gets you in trouble. Around 250, if you score 250, you have a chance to win, and you're going to be stuck in one of these positions. You also have the chance to get blown out by someone scoring 400 points.
And I will point out that I beat Mary, so let's not forget that.
Yeah. Not just in fantasy football, in real life.
She has I think her tight end Jack Doyle, so he's coming back.
He is coming back.
Possibly this week, maybe after and 2 weeks in the bye.
I forgot that you are our Indianapolis Colts correspondent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Did you go to a Colts game this year?
Yes, we went to Washington. It was their only game they won for 6 weeks of football.
So how many weeks until Luck's arm falls off?
Oh, I don't know. The way he's throwing, it's probably never going to fall
They really
off.
don't care about him, apparently.
No, that's why the run game just got going.
They're getting their 3 seasons worth in this 1 year. Making up for lost time.
You couldn't throw it all last year, so we are going to make you throw 60 times a game. See how it goes.
If people weren't dropping the ball, I mean.
You ever see the Facebook profile or Twitter profile, whichever one it is?
The Fox Andrew Luck or the General Andrew Luck?
The General Andrew Luck. It's fantastic.
It's great.
It's so good.
It's great quality.
They did, for the first couple of weeks, somebody had one for Fitzpatrick, and it was really good too. But then, with him being taken out and not, Fitzmagic's gone. Valid strategy, Jeff. Yeah. Jeff said that she should trade Barkley so she doesn't have to deal with the stress of close games.
I'm sure that Chris has already proposed that trade.
Yeah. I'm sure he has too. Chris keeps sending Mary ridiculous trades, and she responds with a ridiculous trade back, in which her ridiculous trade back is, if you give me Chick-fil-A for free for life, I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, it is fair. I don't like it because he'll end up getting Saquon Barkley.
That's true.
I think
he would be unstoppable at that point.
If he doesn't win this year, it'd be the biggest upset that we've had in this league, right?
Chris Miller?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Cody Martin's team's better than Chris Miller's.
Cody Martin's team.
I mean, overall, rating-wise, right now, Cody's team is scoring better.
I think they're better. Though.
But no one's ever had
Cody's
7 players in the top 25 on their team at one point in time.
Right. Cody's points against is also way higher than...
Yeah.
So...
That's all right. Look at how much... Ever since Cody showed up, we started talking about him all freaking episode.
I know. And Cody's also been holding on to that #1 waiver priority. But I don't... Like, at this point, I don't think there's not going to be anything that comes up that's going to be worth having held on to it this long.
I don't know. I'll drop a couple people by the time the week's over. They might be useful next week.
You know, I thought I was doing pretty well with moves, and I had 21. You have 49.
Well, that's not as bad as I thought it was.
It was 70.
It was 70 something last year, so I'm on track.
Yeah, I'm
on track.
It was like 86 last year.
Yeah, now I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing this year.
So let's take a close look at our ratings real quick.
The cream rises to the top. That's all I can say.
Okay, so not only are you still the only Diamond member, but Cody has hopped Chris Miller.
Oh, man, he was Diamond for a hot second, and he was so proud of it.
Yeah.
-2.
Don't worry, it is the most legitimate tracking device that's ever been created. I know this because I am the best, and it knows that I'm the best.
Well, there you go. Cody said last year I got Burkhead around week 10 or 11 when he returned, so who knows. But I'll say this, though, Cody. A lot of those players that have been out and injured and all that garbage, last year there were so many players that went on IR that like everybody had somebody in their IR spot. Not this year. So somebody like a Burkhead is in IR spots because people are picking them up off the waivers. There's not really much talent.
That's true.
There's not really much talent out there that's going to be coming back. I mean, but
it's still gonna happen.
knowing this league, he's gonna like Jamal Charles is going to end up getting a chance and like dominating somewhere.
That's the homer pick right there.
It's so stupid. I hate it so much.
You look at
that's the homer pick for Jacksonville right there.
Cody, who is it? I don't believe you. He's got a secret running back.
Tell us, it won't be a secret.
Yeah. No, well, I don't believe him. He's making it up. Who is it?
We have to wait. We have to wait 2 minutes.
It's not like anybody. It's not like anybody's gonna beat him to the running back.
Nobody's watching this show. Come on, who is it?
Did we make it through? Yeah, we did make it through. So that's what I think. Right now, Tree Stump 3 and 4 is a dark horse to make the playoffs.
I think she's gonna make it.
Yep. It all depends on the rest of her schedule.
Yeah, we could do a little.
Are we at an hour yet? Did we make it?
No, not yet.
All right, this is where we gotta waste time. Let's go to the message boards too. Anybody, whatever.
Anybody with any questions? Yeah. Austin, anything you want to add? How was your first experience on the show?
It's weird being on this side of the screen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just wondering if you're still confident in your Jacksonville matchup.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What Jacksonville matchup?
For the jersey bet.
Oh, okay.
Jacksonville was hot like the first 3 weeks, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not doing the Cowboys one unless you do the Jacksonville one." So
this just in, freelance reporter Cody Martin will be doing an in-person scouting report in Charlotte this week on reigning league champs Christian McCaffrey and Alex Collins.
All right, both on his team. How about that?
Pick the 8 playoff teams right now.
All right, you got it. Straight Cash Homie, Just for Funds, Ultralight Team. I'm going to skip Slimmer just to piss him off. Tree Stump. Armchair Quarterback. I'm going to skip Gothic Assholes, actually.
No, I'm putting Gothic in there, too.
Okay, just because of the rest of the division.
Yeah, because he's going to play these 2 teams again.
Big Whoop, Angry Pirates, Nightwings. Bam, 8.
Yes. Let's go.
That's what you get for showing up.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I put 9 teams in, didn't I? Sorry, you're back.
I was going to say, you put 9 in.
First out's fine. That means I'm playing for that #1 draft pick again.
I think Armchair's in. Gothic's in. Mary, Slimmer, and Cody are in.
If I lose to Gothic this week, I'm out. But if I beat him, I'm in. That's how I feel about it.
Just for funds and straight cash.
Down kitty.
Big Whoop and Angry. So I'm one over. So yeah, one of these teams, like between Slimmer and Mary, one of those two teams are not going to make it. And I'm going to say Slimmer's not going to make it.
What if Le'Veon Bell comes back?
No, I don't think he's going to cut it. He's well, here's the thing. If Tim, there's no way. There's no way, because the only way he has is going to be winning the division. Because
that's a jump.
Because even then, I don't know if Rodney's going to make it. The only thing Rodney has going for him is the fact that he's 3-0 in his division.
Yeah, just look at the points for, though.
Yeah.
Once he loses again, he's going to drop so far.
That's weak.
That's true.
I would be leading his division.
That's right. That's what happens.
This just shows you how tough our division is.
And we've always been criticized for having a weak division.
You've been a weak division until right now.
No. We were even tough last year.
Yeah. Once we got Ben in our division, we were all of a sudden tough.
Le'Veon Bell will probably suck.
Well, no, because 2 years ago, it was me and you for that top spot.
That's right, and you beat me out.
And then I lost the first round, which I should have gotten the second spot. Anyway.
Here's the thing about Le'Veon Bell. Is when he comes back, the Steelers are going to run him into the ground. Because
I don't think he will come back.
He's got to. Because if he doesn't come back, they can franchise him again.
Yeah, I was hoping so. I have to play Slimmer next week.
No, because if he doesn't come back, then doesn't void the franchise. Just carries over or something like that.
He doesn't get his year of free agency. They can franchise him again. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Man.
So he has to report before week 11, or else he doesn't get his accrued year of playing. So then they can give him a roster exemption for 2 additional weeks where he will be on the team practicing, not playing, not making a game check.
Right.
And then he would be on the team for 3 weeks, and then they run the hell out of him.
Yep, they run him into the ground, and that's fantasy playoff time.
Yep.
But Tim's going to be playing for the number 1 pick at that point.
Which he could possibly get.
No, I don't think so.
He'll report and then pull hammy. And I think that actually is a very likely scenario.
I agree.
Because if you are Le'Veon Bell and you have played it the way he's played it,
that's exactly what's going to happen.
Keep yourself healthy.
I could see him doing it. I could see him doing it first play, first series, and I would laugh. I would laugh so hard, and I would call Rodney and all my other Pittsburgh Steelers fans, and I'd laugh at them.
I'm already laughing at him because of the mess of their entire division, their team. The old all-convict team made me realize how happy I am not to be a Steelers fan.
Yeah. Unlike Ben, we can't be happy with Steelers players because they're all convicts. They're all douchebags.
I do have 2 convicts on my team. Just going to put that out there. I made the team. If I would have known that I was going to make this team, I would not have kept LeSean McCoy, so I could have kept my name off of there. Jameis Winston being on my team, I'm okay with, because I have already stated why he is there.
You're keeping him from the rest of the league.
That's right. He doesn't deserve to play.
We can't keep him out of the NFL, but we can keep him out of boy ball.
He will play week 12 whenever Patrick Mahomes is on bye.
And that's it. You shouldn't even do that. You should drop somebody else for a quarterback that week. I'll trade you.
Maybe I will.
I got Blake Bortles.
I think I'll pass.
All right, so bold prediction, naming the 8 playoff teams. I've now made a change. I'm making the playoffs.
Oh, no. Hey, I still am projected to win. Yes.
Jared Goff's on bye that week. No.
Who's your backup?
Nobody. I don't keep a backup quarterback. Screw that.
Make you a trade.
It's a waste of a roster spot right there.
I got Blake Bortles. Actually, I dropped him. I've dropped him.
The man who keeps 2 defensive players every year is wasting roster spots with the quarterback.
When the defensive player is scoring the highest scoring defensive player.
Let's talk about the other defensive player.
Not
the one that you got the jersey on for. I mean, the only problem I had with that trade was the pick that you gave him.
How many collective draft picks and contract years have you used on defensive players that you could have drafted in the 3rd round?
That's a mess. That's a mess right there.
It's pretty bad.
But there are, I mean, like right now, just because we talk about keeper defensive players, I think I've already mentioned it. I mean, Cody's got the one that you should probably keep, and I'm interested to see if he's going to do it. Because nobody's started like that, and
that's it differently.
Who knows if that is sustainable?
Right.
I mean, the thing is, so you look up. There is stats out there for certain teams give their players into solo tackles a certain percentage of the time more than combined tackles. And if he's getting 13 solo tackles a game or whatever, the Colts have to be way up there on it because he's a middle linebacker. So he's a strong side linebacker, isn't he? Mm-hmm. But you can't get that.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, as a linebacker, you don't have enough room to not have
other people
assisted tackles most of the time. He is somehow, and I watched one of the games just to see how he was doing this. I didn't even know what his number was by the time the game was over. So how did he tackle someone 13 times and I didn't even see it?
They get a lot of, with their cover 2 defense, they get a lot of stuff thrown underneath of him, and he comes up and makes tackles on running backs and
it just seems
out of the backfield.
And then it's always like 13-1, or and it should be like 7-6 or something like that.
The way you do it is you have the person keeping stats be a close friend. And whenever it's a cluster, they just put your number down.
That's how I did it in high school.
That's how I did it. Yeah, yeah. My older brother kept stats. In one game, he was like, "Yeah, you had 16 tackles." And I was like, "I counted like 4," and he was like, "Yeah, but I couldn't really tell. It's really confusing."
I can't wait until Cody doesn't win the championship.
Man,
that'll be the best. You know what, Chris Miller? I'm rooting for you again, buddy.
No, never.
Nope. I'm calling it right now. I would rather have Chris Miller win.
Not with Todd Gurley on his roster.
All right, so looking at the situation, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
With what else you've already said this week, I don't know what's going to offend you so much that you're afraid to say it right now.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I can't. Okay, so let's just tick them off. I can't root for Chris Miller. I can't root for Jordan because he's won before. I can't root for Cody because he won last year. I'm not going to root for somebody to repeat. Can't root for Slimmer. He's won 3 fucking times already. I can't root for Mary because I'll be fucking damned if she wins before I do. I'll murder her and burn this house to the ground.
Yeah, that's the part you probably shouldn't have said.
I should not have said that.
It's on video. If it happens,
I'm fucked.
Yeah. There's no way out of it.
I can't root for Rodney now because I don't think he's going to make the playoffs. I can root for Ben, but I don't think... duck you too. I don't think Ben's going to have it. I don't want to root for you either because you've won.
But look at all this time I've spent.
Bold statement. My dark horse and the person I want to win this championship.
The racist?
Armchair quarterback.
The racist.
And he's got a team. I mean, he's the one that's put up the highest point total this year.
He's still salty about losing to Slimmer his first year.
He should be salty about it.
Because who's the guy you hate, Jeff? He hates somebody because they didn't score.
Let's go. Yeah, I can't believe I said that.
He's definitely taking his division, so he's going to be in top 4 spot.
Yeah, and he's going to play. Somebody.
He's going to be in
CJ.
He's going to be in 3rd spot right now. If we look at this team, if I take a look over this whole thing, Ben is going to have Kamara take back over.
I tell you what, we do have.
He's falling out, and I'm taking this division.
We do have a new sideline reporter this week.
Or you.
On my prediction of Jeff winning, being the dark horse, and him being my favorite to win, how do you feel about that, Baker? Oh shit!
Yeah, he's surprised.
He can't believe it. Can't believe it.
I feel like you just cursed him to like a certain
probably.
extent.
And Jeff's not going to make the playoffs now.
Yeah. Well, he's going to lose this week because he's playing me.
Oh shit!
Oh.
His projection's over 300. I don't know how it's going to work out.
He is known to score 400 points this year, though.
No, he did it once, and he is the only one in recent enough history that I remember it, even though I did it twice.
It's crazy.
That's how modest I am. I do it, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Jeff does it, makes a big deal of it. So
it's true. Video round 2 when I don't make the playoffs. Yeah, but I'm not going to be upset about that one, Jeff. All right. So anything else before we sign off here? Austin, anything left to add?
No, not NFL related. Just want to note that the Ohio State Buckeyes are now at the top
Christ,
10
get the fuck out of my house. It hurts so bad. When was the last time Maryland sniffed the top 10?
Sniffed the top?
Never.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen.
2003.
In basketball?
No, they were good. They won the Peach Bowl that year.
Okay.
Beat the Mountaineers in the Gator Bowl back then too.
Yeah, but
I was in college at that point.
But they were only like 15th in the country
at
that
Maryland
when they beat Texas.
Texas is back. Maryland beat them.
I'm dumb.
We've come really close to beating
Maryland's
Ohio
so
State since we moved to the Big Ten. Such close games. I mean,
they've
been within like 4 or 5 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
I'm looking for Marlon Mack to put up at least 35 this week.
That was one thing I completely missed. So we talked about the
Bills.
So
that's the end of the show.
Wait for it. We talked about the Bills a lot. Who wins? Bills, Crimson Tide.
Oh, the Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah, is that still the level of talent in the NFL? Is that much better?
Yeah.
I just feel like Crimson Tide's got the NFL ready team, and that if they could beat anyone, this is the year to step up and come intercept Nathan Peterman.
Right, but here's the thing. Like the Crimson Tide's defense, just for instance, not every player on their defense gets drafted, and the players that do get drafted don't even necessarily always start.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
True enough.
Like the NFL players are NFL players. The speed is so different. I think that the 2019 Oakland Raiders. I think that Alabama is closer than anybody else, and it's not even close. With that said, when Alabama still struggles here and there with college teams, there's no chance in hell they beat an NFL team.
Okay. Even one that's as poorly managed at this point in time as the Buffalo Bills.
It does.
I mean, they did beat the Minnesota Vikings somehow.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. Is like even the Browns last year, they didn't win a game, but like if you look at their games, they still were close with some teams that were good.
Well, I think the Browns were a better team than the Bills
are now. Yeah, I agree with that
by far. But
I just
think it's an interesting thought because you look at that team and Saban's made NFL ready players for so long. I feel like they have the build to potentially do that. It'll never be proven in real life.
It'll never be
But
proven.
it's just an interesting concept.
I just don't think the speed is there on all because NFL offensive linemen run 40s that college defensive linebackers are running.
So they'll end up just wrecking the quarterback.
Yeah.
Every play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I agree. That it for us?
I think it is.
Well, thanks for participation. We appreciate it. Next time we'll turn the volume on.
So funny. I can't believe we missed that. Austin, thanks for joining us.
Hey,
that was fantastic, and I'm so happy that there was no warning whatsoever.
Did you hear me? Did you hear the knock?
I heard the knock. Yeah, I heard the knock, but I thought it was like Mary cutting something on the cutting board or something, like chopping up vegetables.
I saw Mary through the window, and I was looking at her, and I was like, no, I want them to answer.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, there was no chance in hell I was getting up to answer that door, though.
The show must go on.
Exactly. It was in the middle of recording. Yeah, so thanks, everybody. Thanks, Austin, for stopping by. Tune in next week. You all suck. You heard it here first.